Anger over vaccine mandates for truckers is spilling into the streets of Canada and causing some major roadblocks. Janet Shamlian is in Ottawa with more on this. Janet, good morning.
Anne-Marie, good morning to you. It is a tangled mess of big rigs and barricades here on the streets of Canada's capital near Parliament this morning. It's been like this for almost 2 weeks now, and the protesters who have come here, the truckers and others, say they have no plans to leave. How long have you been out here?
I have actually been out here since last Saturday.
Monty, who did not want to share his last name, is one of hundreds of truckers blocking the roads around Parliament in Canada's capital city, demanding an end to vaccine mandates.
We're going to sit here as long as it takes. The problem is they don't want to talk to us right now.
Take a look at all these big rigs. It goes down this street and on a number of other streets all over the center section, the Parliament section of Ottawa.
With the streets blocked, about the only supplies coming in are from volunteers.
What are you doing out here?
We're just happy to support the truckers, and we know a lot of people are doing donations of canned foods and stuff, so we wanted to make some homemade fresh food with love.
As downtown Ottawa remains paralyzed, the city's mayor says he needs another 1,800 police officers to keep the peace.
We are turning up the heat in every way we possibly can.
It has to stop.
And Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau condemned the protest, accusing them of undermining Canadian democracy.
The people of Ottawa don't deserve to be harassed in their own neighborhoods.
As support from anti-vaccine and far-right groups around the world is growing, the costs are mounting. From the threat to the major supply chain connecting Canada to the U.S., to the local businesses closed in Ottawa, to the truckers' bottom line.
What type of toll is that taking on your income?
An absolute toll. I have no income, but they already took that from me before I got here. We need to keep this country free.
Trudeau says he will not negotiate with the truckers. The mayor of Ottawa, however, is saying or floating the idea of bringing in a federal mediator. Meanwhile, there are social media posts out there right now suggesting that a United States version of this protest is being planned. It would be a convoy. These posts indicate that would start in Sacramento and would proceed all the way to Washington, D.C. Anne-Marie?
All right, I want to talk a little bit more about that. But first, I think, people have seen this story, but they need to know what the restriction is, what the mandate is, because it's not just coming from the Canadian government, it's also coming from the American government. So what is it that the truckers are upset about?
They're opposed to the cross-border vaccine requirement, but honestly, that's a very small part of what this is. It has really grown into something much bigger, and that is a general opposition and frustration and anger over all COVID restrictions, meaning lockdowns, mask requirements, a general sense of wanting to get back to normal. It really started with the truckers, but has expanded.
Yeah, I think that is actually a really good point, Janet, because at least when it comes to Canadian truckers, the majority of them are actually already vaccinated. But this convoy has, swollen, and they've managed to raise a lot of money. We've talked about that because it's not just about the truckers anymore. It's been a long, hard 2 years for many, many businesses. But, you point out that there is a possibility that we might see an American version of this.
Yeah, I think the message here of being frustrated with everything going on, not just the vaccine mandate, but all restrictions, is resonating worldwide. And that's where a lot of the financial support has come from. It's not from here in Canada, even though GoFundMe has shut down its site to fund this protest. Other sites around the world are putting money in here, and so the message is kind of resonating.
So let me ask you another question in regards to that. GoFundMe said that, police showed them evidence of criminal behavior. The mayor of Ottawa said, things are getting out of control. The police are outnumbered. When they talk about criminal behavior, what are they talking about that's happening there? What's happening that's not just a protest?
Well, there have been more than 1,000 arrests, and those span a variety of things from public desecration to violating the noise ordinance here. The reason I can even talk to you today is because there's now a temporary restraining order in place that doesn't allow them to honk their horns 24 hours a day. I will say, for the most part, the 12 days here have been relatively peaceful. But you are right in that GoFundMe shut down its funding of this. citing violence and harassment. And some people, some Canadians who live here in Ottawa, says the 12 days have been hard on them and they have been harassed.
All right, Janet Shamlian, in a very frigid Ottawa, I can see. Thank you so much.
You bet.